I'm finally back. It's been like 9 or 10 days or whatever. I mean, I didn't miss an upload or anything like that, so that's good. I basically made all of these videos ahead of time, and I had to try to space them in a timely manner for them to make sense. It still didn't work out perfectly, but I tried. I'm back home, period. That's all that matters. How the fuck do I have Engineer on and still manage to die by these stupid ass mesh mines? Everybody in free-for-all runs Nomad because those mesh mines are just like the freest, most easy kills you could possibly ask for. So a lot of things have changed since I've gotten back. You might notice that some of the videos might seem a little dated at times when I was talking about things. I'm never gonna go back to California that long ever again in my life. I'm not going anywhere for that long ever again unless it's my own fucking bedroom. Okay, yeah, and these free-for-alls are like really, really bad. I'm probably just gonna go into TDM for a while until I get my shot back. So there's a lot of big differences since the last time I played. I think the last time I played was the 21st, I think. It's been a while and a huge update dropped since that point, and obviously you guys, if you're playing this game on a normal basis, you probably have already seen multiple videos or at least read the patch notes yourself. But the biggest thing that they changed was the tick rate on the server, what hertz that they're running at and everything. Basically, a lot of the situations where you're around a corner and then you die and you thought you were around the corner and you somehow just get hit with the tail end of a bullet. It's almost like the bullets are curving at times. It's because of the servers running on the 20 hertz, then they upgraded it to 30 hertz. I had to watch this too, by the way. And now the multiplayer servers anyway, I don't think Blackout is yet either though. Probably because of the stress on the servers. A lot of people are making it out to be like this big thing, like they betrayed everybody and they were like doing this false advertisement and all this shit. I've seen other games do this as well. I forget which one it was. Was it Overwatch? I've seen games do this before where the first couple weeks, or at least the first couple days anyway, they run the servers at a lower tick rate so the servers are more stable. And they've stated over and over and over again, they want the servers to be working well before you get this whole, you know, great performance boost and all that shit. So I definitely want the game to be working at 20 hertz rather than not working at 60. I can't fucking play. It's like giving up your emotions in order to get into a relationship. Right? Yeah, that was definitely the biggest change. I could definitely already feel like how smooth and how quickly everything connects, which is amazing, by the way. Now, obviously, with this change being in the game, for a sniper, for us, it's really not that much of a benefit for us. Yeah, that means technically better hit. Oh, if I was about to fall right there. That's a long way down. They did nerf the ICR and one of the other assault rifles, I forget which one it was, but they didn't touch the Maddox, however, and I think the Maddox is probably the best in the game now at this point, after the ICR nerf. I don't know. I'm not really paying too much attention to the pros and what they're saying exactly, but all I knew before I left was that it was all Maddox, ICR. KN kind of sucks, let's be honest, especially with no attachments. Maybe with some attachments it's decent. I did hear a few things about high cal Rampart, but they also buffed some of the SMGs, and they did give a buff to the sniper rifle, but I'll either talk about that in tomorrow's video or just won't really cover it at all. Just everybody pretty much knows at this point. So, by the way, I have a new PC. It's downstairs. I haven't plugged it in yet because I want to make sure that I can get this video up at least. So I'm not sure if there's going to be a day where I end up missing. Hopefully not, if everything goes smoothly. But yeah, finally ended up getting a new PC. So as somebody that hasn't been here for 9 days, the title's probably even 10 times more confusing because it's like, how is it possible that you have the most kills on Black Ops 4 if you haven't even been playing for the last 9 days? What's the deal? There are people that were tweeting it at me. They're like, oh man, you're modding. You better not come back online with some video saying that you're Master Prestige all of a sudden and blah, 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 all this shit. Yes, this picture is real. On the COD Tracker website, I never really used these websites and stuff to track all the stats and shit like that on Call of Duty. It was never really a thing. People would just look at global leaderboards and just kind of judge it from that point. When you go onto the website, or at least until this point anyway, when you went onto the website, I have multiple screenshots and shit like that to show you guys. For some reason, it states that I have over 16.5 million kills, and that was true all the way up until I got home last night and played a couple of games, and then it reset some of my stats, and, you know, now I'm back to where I should be. Like a good boy. But for some reason, I don't know why. I don't know if I just stopped at a certain amount of kills. There were a couple other accounts that were directly below me that only had a few kills less than me. They were ranked like number 2 and 3 and 4. But I was rank 1. Now, obviously, it's not a legitimate rank 1. It was just glitched. I don't know if I just stopped at like some perfect number and then maybe an update happened and then it just screwed everything up, or I don't know what causes that to happen, but it happened to me. And yeah, I got multiple screenshots from people asking me how or why in the fuck do I have the #1 kills on the game with 16.5 million kills, not even a month into the game. It's just, that's not even possible. I was gone for like 9 days. I went there for TwitchCon, but I went like 2 or 3 days before TwitchCon and then stayed 2 days after TwitchCon, so that's why it was so long. But I ended up meeting like my entire original group of friends. Andre, Shane, JT, Brian, David, just everybody that you know from those original Rage Dodges and a couple others. That's what I was experiencing that entire time. So that's why I was just, you know, enjoying it for what it was, because I never thought I'd be able to meet these guys. That shit was fun. It was cool. Ended up staying in this house in like San Jose or some shit like, I don't even remember where it was. Bottom line, the whole thing was just really fun, and that was the reason why I stayed so long. I prepped for it though, so we're good. Hey man, you gotta calm down. You know this isn't GB, right? Like, it's not actually changing anything. There's something wrong with my sensitivity. Something feels off. I don't know what it is, but something just feels so strange right now. And every lobby is sweaty as fuck. Every lobby. When I was playing last night, it was really bad. People are playing this shit like they're running 10s. No, you have to go into a custom game to play that, right? I'm about to start running a rocket launcher secondary and just blowing up every single fucking annoying ass torque thing. I just put 2 full clips into this shit. Last night, I took the time to go and finish the SDM so I can have this diamond camo at least, so I can attempt to go for those 30-0 or 35-0 or whatever you need for rainbow. Obviously, I'm still going for dark matter, but so many people got ahead of me, man. That's why a certain small part of me was just so sad that Call of Duty was already out at that time, because I knew that so many people would just end up getting ahead of me. Like, if I was here for those 9 days or whatever amount it's been, if I were here for that amount of time, I'd at least feel like I made some progress and even potentially could have had dark matter by now. Could have had dark matter. I think I could have at least been 7th prestige or so, especially with the double XP weekend that I ended up missing the majority of. It was just pretty bad timing, to be honest. I know that they did some weird thing. Apparently the sniper rifles were like off center or something when you go and turn while aiming down sight or some shit. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what really caused that bug, but now when you go onto the website, at least to my knowledge, it's doomed to race. They have the most kills with like 93,000 or some shit the last time I looked. So having 16.5 million, it's just not possible. Some people very clearly knew that it was bugged. Some people were tweeting it at me just as a joke. They were like, "And you're really out here grinding, huh?" Dude, you little rat! Look at this little rat! I haven't really had to deal with any stress throughout those days other than, you know, worrying about people judging me when I met a whole bunch of people. I met a whole bunch of you guys, by the way. That was awesome. Took a whole bunch of pictures and took a million different hits. Honestly, I'm really surprised that I'm not sick. I was really expecting myself to get sick just because it's just a common thing that happens with so many people in one area. So obviously with a new PC, it's gonna make things a lot more simple for me. I'm gonna miss a lot of the processing power in this PC, but the issue with this PC that I have, obviously besides all of the ridiculous hardware issues. I'm assuming it's just hardware issues. It's just, I don't know. It's so unstable, so unreliable. I've lost countless amounts of hours of footage, and it affects every single program that I use. It affects my Elgato programs. It affects my OBS. It affects any other recording device. It affects my mouse, my keyboard. I have to unplug and replug my mouse. No exaggeration, at least 20 times a day, because randomly it'll just flicker, and then I have to replug it in for the computer to re-register it. It's just fucked up. This PC has a lot of like software development parts, not so much geared towards gaming, but this one that I have coming, it's got a 2080 Ti and a 9900K in it, locked at like 4.2 or some shit like that, which is way better than the current one that I have. That processor, it's a shit ton of cores, but it's at a very low clock speed, so it's just not optimal for what I do. Plus this one was way cheaper, so that's nice. I know there's always a whole bunch of people telling me how to save my money, or what website did you go through, or did you pick up the parts, why didn't you build it yourself, all that shit. How to make expenses, you have to. Nobody want to hear about taxes and shit, but just know it's all done for a reason, rather than just, oh, I want a new PC. Not 100% that. Notice that the centering speed is a little different. There's like a little bit more of a sway when I scope in or something. Something feels weird, like I'm scoping in off center. Maybe I should try stabilizer? I know that they gave a bit of a nerf to the Paladin, but it's not like, I don't know, anything substantial. Not that I'm getting hit markers, it's that I just can't hit people to begin with. Oh my god! That was so close to a triple head. Oh my god, there was a 4th guy there. I haven't had to deal with that much stress, so this game is pissing me off pretty quickly. This guy in game chat just keeps throwing out these hateful ass slurs. I mean, Jesus, it's catching me off guard. They gotta nerf that stupid ass Tempest thing. They need to get rid of that whole animation. Why is it that I'm still punished and stuck there when I hit square for the counterplay? It's like all the guy has to do is follow it around and it just rewards him a kill because the person won't be able to shoot for just a second. And that's all you need on this game. I know that they just buffed his main weapon, but fuck that shit. There might be some rage over the next few days, I'm sorry. And after being in there in California for a good amount of time, there was some shit that was going down. There was some experiences there that I'll tell you guys about. I got like multiple stories, so I'm excited to tell them because there's some interesting people out there, I'll just say that. And South California is different from central/northern area. It's different. It's a different vibe, different people, different mentality. It's weird. It's really different. I don't live there and I just feel a difference between the two. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but it just feels different. The people are different. You'll see what I'm talking about when I go and tell some of these stories. So anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. My most recent videos will pop it up on the screen here. It's good to be back. Thank you for all the support on the scalp reveal. I know my hair, I don't give a fuck. Just can't wear hats. I can't do it. Leave a like and yeah, it's been Jev, guys. Later.